Hello, my friends. This is the video that I made on SOFI on December the 12th of this year, when the price of this asset was at $15.94 mark. And my main assumption was that we are in consolidation phase. It is a flat consolidation. And probably we might see another attempt to break $16.44 mark, and then we might have a retracement. And guys, take a look right here. Let me show you in details. We were at this point, and as you can see, for now we have this attempt to break $16.44, and as you can see, we are on pre-market hours. We are up by about 1%, and we are at $16.84. But these candles shows that potentially we are on a negative side, because the range of resistance pretty much holds so far, and we have to see the closing candles for the weekly time frame, and this will indicate its potential medium-term trend. So guys, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, guys, for the first 100 subscribers I will do a giveaway. I will do a technical analysis based on a request on any asset that you might find. On top of that, guys, and it is the most lucrative offer, for now, there is not so many people inside the Discord group. That is why almost 100% of my time will be dedicated to you, and it is pretty much a one-on-one training for the value of $450 a month, but for the fraction of this cost, for just $35 a month. And I think it is quite fair deal.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, and let's take a look again at its price section. I have to admit that SOFI's price section from the beginning of August till present day is extremely impressive. And by the way, we were forming this falling bullish wedge, and I was anticipating this movement to the upside. You can watch a lot of my previous videos, and I have to admit that for now I can see a lot of mixed signals, and you might wonder, despite all the mixed signals, why in the world this asset is still moving higher. And guys, let me show you why. First of all, we have very positive results of the US presidency election. On top of that, guys, for now we have the most recent update that is extremely positive for SOFI, and it is, let me show you right here. This article was published just yesterday, and it's titled SOFI CEO enters forward contract on company stock. And this is quite interesting update, because first of all, let me show you this in details. So here is the part of SEC filings, and let me quote this. On December 16, Anthony Noto entered into a prepaid variable forward contract with an unaffiliated third-party dealer on 2 million shares of the company's common stock, representing approximately 10% of the company common stock beneficiary owned by Mr. Noto and less than 1% of the company's total outstanding shares. The transaction represents a contract by which Mr. Noto will receive an upfront cash payment and must, when the contract matures in approximately 3 years, settle any obligations under the contract. And guys, this is quite interesting news, because on the one hand, Anthony Noto is trying to improve his own liquidity. At the same time, guys, he puts 2 million shares as the collateral for this loan. And definitely the point where the price of SOFI stock is quite high was chosen intentionally, because on the one hand, yes, we might see the pullback. From the technical standpoint, we have a lot of signs of its potential upcoming movement to the downside. At the same time, guys, this is the perfect point where you can sign this type of contracts, because in this case you will have the highest valuation for quite a long period of time, from basically, I think, it is the best point for almost 2 years to make this type of contracts, and because most likely in the upcoming months we will retrace to the lower levels. And despite the fact that Anthony Noto put as the collateral 2 million shares of SOFI, his own shares, he will benefit out of this deal, because the time frame for this contract is more than 3 years. And guys, Let's take a look at Travis' calculations. I want to tell you that he made quite decent calculations, and I agree with these numbers for 100%. So, can Anthony Noto pull a seller on SOFI? Let's break it down. He put up 2 million shares collateral to borrow $22.4 million. With $22.4 million proceeds, he could buy approximately 1.361 million additional shares at $16.5 per share. The 8K filing highlights if the stock price is more than $30.74, he will deliver 849.707 shares by February the 7th of 2028. And this date is more than 3 years ahead of us. So 1.361 million shares bought today with $22 million minus 849.707 shares equals to 511,000 shares left over. To reach $30.74, SOFI needs to rise 86% from here. That would be $19.386 million in profit. And guys, I have to admit that 86% for the next 3 years for the company like SOFI is close to nothing, because they made the same for the last, let me show you, from the very beginning of August till present day, they gained double of this amount. And definitely this is a quite wise decision. So let me show you further. But if the stock is more than $30.74, he only has to deliver 849,000 shares, and his 22.4 million today buys him 1.3 million shares, leaving more than 500,000 shares left over at that price, at a gain of $7.286 million. In fact, he can even buy even fewer shares than 1.3 million shares today on the market, for example, for $14 million, and keep remaining at $8 million in cash. Risky move, but the thought of betting on SOFI to go higher, literally using money from the same financial institutions who for the past 2 years have been short this company, would be in many ways poetic in my opinion. And guys, I have to admit that yes, on the one hand it is a very risky contract, but if you keep in mind that this contract expires within next, let's say, several months or 1 year. But for the 3 years period, for more than 3 years, guys, it is a literally printing money contract for both sides. And I have to admit that if your investment horizon is also longer than 3 years, you can easily rely on this news as a bullish news. At the same time, guys, if you want to acquire more shares for cheaper price, guys, please wait for the retracement, and this retracement eventually happens. And in this case, you will have a more lucrative average price to enter your long position. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what signs do I see on the price chart? Take a look at indicators. On a daily time frame, we have an attempt to break its previous swing high. At the same time, RSI is forming bearish divergence. We have higher highs on the price action with the lower highs on RSI. This means the cool down might happen, and I don't think that this asset will go much higher than this level. Most likely we will have the retracement to the lower levels, and in my opinion, by the end of this year or at the very beginning of next year at most, this retracement happens and it eventually breaks the previous swing low at roughly $14.8, and it might break even $13.2, but everything I will show you when the data comes in. So let's take a look at weekly time frame, and the RSI on the weekly time frame is at extremely high levels at 83.15, and we have, let's turn off all the tools. We also have a bearish divergence right here. We have lower highs on RSI with the higher highs on the price section. At the same time, guys, MACD indicator shows that this asset is losing its bullish momentum, and Potentially, the upcoming weeks will be in red because we have so many green candles with a substantial volume during this movement to the upside that eventually this retracement should happen. Nothing can go to the upside infinitely, and that is why you have to be very cautious with your short-term long position if your investment horizon is not longer than several months. In upcoming months, guys, believe me, this asset will break its swing lows and it will hit the ranges substantially below our current price. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back.